Hello everybody, my name is Dalaran. Today we're playing some Wildstar. I recently got into the beta, and I know this is not combat rogue PvP, but I didn't make too many videos on Wildstar. There's going to be just a few of some of the PvP battlegrounds at low rank, because I wasn't going to spend all weekend leveling to max level. But this is one of them, and the point of this one is to pick up ticket masks scattered randomly on the map. And you can steal the ones from enemy. When there's like a set amount, I think there's like 5 or 6. But if you capture 5 or 4 of them, I think, I wasn't quite sure, then you win the match. And you can capture from your enemies. You can capture them from the ones that spawn, or you can capture, or you can just, I guess, not capture. That's really about it. But this game is actually a lot of fun. If you guys don't know what Wildstar is, it's another upcoming MMO. It's a 2-faction MMO, 4 races for each faction, and about 6 classes, 6 unique classes that have many varieties to them. Like most of them are a hybrid of some sort. That means they can either be a tank healer, or a healer DPS, or a tank DPS, stuff like that. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to play the way you want to play. There's a lot of different abilities, and the stats overall, they don't really impede on how you should play, what you should play, and if you're not playing it right. Pretty much the results are, you customize whatever you want to play and however you want to play. Is your role to deal damage, and are you killing things quickly? If you are, you're doing it right. If you're a constructed healer and you're healing people, but you don't end up healing as much people as you do damage, well then you're not really a healer, so you kind of just gotta figure out what you want to do. And if you are accomplishing the goals that you set up for yourself, then you are playing the game right. Because there's no constraints. Because first of all, the game is new. That's why there's no constraints. I'm pretty sure if the game were to, be out on the market and available to everybody to data mine everything out of it, if you were to leave the game out and let it do its own thing for a while, people will eventually get like guides and stats to build and talent system to build and whatnot. But other than that, this game is pretty open, pretty open to whatever you want to do, whatever you want to play. It's a lot of fun. The combat is a little bit weird and something to get used to. It uses like those marks on the ground that really identify where you're going to be hitting or where enemies are going to be hitting. The PvP is kind of a hodgepodge of everything, but it's not. I would say it's not as. I know World of Warcraft PvP. Let's say in the middle of battlegrounds, it can be just a hodgepodge of everything. But World of Warcraft has some kind of an order to it. Like there's CC, there's mechanics and whatnot, and it's really hard to tell if somebody's going to be predictable or, it's hard to tell if something unpredictable is going to happen unless you just haven't played the game for long. In this game, though, since it's so new and since there's so many unique things to each class, you can just keep on hitting, let's say, on like a spellcaster version class in this game, and they just turn around on you and one-shot you, and you have no clue what the hell happened. For the longest time, you can be like me, jumping around all those red areas, not really taking much damage, and then all of a sudden, I'm not really standing in one, and then just something one-shots me, or stuns me, and then I just get nuked down real quickly. So it's a lot of questions of, how does this game work, how do the mechanics work and whatnot, and stuff like that. But it's interesting, so the class that I decided to play is the most roguelike class. It's called the Stalker. You pretty much use claws and nanosuit in order to create advantages for yourself, and that is how you fight. What the game does, what's interesting, is each class that it takes it and makes a hybrid of what people are usually known, to see in MMOs. Like there's your mage, there's your rogue, there's your hunter, there's your warrior, there's even your priest or some kind of healer of some sort. There's each one of those basic classes that everybody can relate to, but the way that they're played and the way that they are created in this game and applied in this game are a little bit different. Most classes have like a weapon section and an extra specialty section to themselves, and a Stalker uses claws and a nanosuit in order to create your own playstyle. That nanosuit can be shaped in different ways. It can be a defensive nanosuit, it can be like a Stalker style ambusher nanosuit, or it can be more of an agile with a lot of dodge roll mechanic, which is another thing. This game has a dodge roll mechanic. If you ever play Guild Wars, you can dodge out of attacks. Besides the point, a warrior would have, like, let's say, a greatsword for a main weapon, but as an extra mechanic to them, they would have like a gun on the wrist, and that gun, let's say, it can be a grapple hook, it can be extra damage, it can be like a freeze ray or something, it can be maybe like a shield. It can do multiple rolls, so you can combine all those rolls of weapon and an extra piece of your armor or yourself in order to perform a specific role. Another one that's interesting, an idea is like a spell slinger. Pretty much a mage, but spell slinger doesn't mean you sling spells, it means spell gunslinger. So you use runes on your hands or something to apply different buffs to your damage, or you can heal friendlies and then use the guns to project that damage. So that's where the damage comes from. That's the only class that I know that has a stand still and fire mechanic to it, like an actual stand and cast. Otherwise, all the classes in the game can run around and use their abilities at free will. You can customize yourself to be a utility like stuns and CC and whatnot, and maybe some heals. You can be a support character, which can be, you know, taunts, slows on enemies and such, or I wouldn't even know what a support, like for Stalker, limited support is kind of limited, or you could just be straight up damage in this game. The PvP I found a lot of fun, other than a hodgepodge of I don't understand what the hell is happening here, but I had like 2 stuns, and one of them was like if you leap out, you leap back and you knock down, which is actually its own stun. So they have stuns and knockdowns in this game. I had a lot of dodging mechanic to it, and as a stalker, you can go into stealth at any moment in combat. You don't have to be, you know, out of combat in order to re-stealth. You can just stealth while in combat because of the nanosuit that you're using. The nanosuit that I used was the one for ambushing, and pretty much what you had to do is you had to use one ability that sets up a marker on an enemy. That marker would activate and hurt the enemy as soon as they take damage. I had to be in stealth to start, and then I had to use an ability that has even more damage when hitting enemy from the back. So I would deal a massive amount of damage in stealth at the beginning if I was able to line it up, and outside of that I would just CC and jump around and just slash and clash and claw and tear and bite at enemies, whatever you want to say, and until both of those abilities are up, and then a stealth mark, and then I strike from the back, dealing massive amounts of damage. It was lots of fun, and I still have another day today, which is today is Sunday, to play the battlegrounds and whatnot some more. So I definitely want to go back and do that. I think it'll be a ton of fun. This is actually the very first time I did a commentary of a battleground, but this before, but in this game, being this is a new game, something I really enjoyed, is something I really tried at, and it's a lot of fun. This game, the questing is not too easy, but not too hard either. Well, actually, I would say questing is kind of hard, but it's not it's not for the casuals, honestly. That's what I found, which I was thinking this game was becoming more casual with the style that it has set up, but no, there's plenty of room to grow in a lot of meta games. So this game is definitely interesting, and I can't wait for the next weekend for the beta invite. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing some Wildstar PvP. Let me know what you think about Wildstar. Let me know what you think. Should I do more of these kind of videos? I'll see you guys in the next video.